Hello and welcome, I'm Matthew McBride. I'm going to give you a walkthrough of our iUniverse software. So in this case, I've come to the landing page as an advisor. I've got my contacts where I can tab through. I've got the ability to create clients, look at my finances for my practice, manage my practice, review analytics. In this case, I'm going to start by registering as an advisor for one of our integrated partners, a claim. That's as simple as going into a claim, advisor registration, and applying for an advisor code. iUniverse, once they receive details of the advisor code, will map it in. The advisor can then proceed to create a client, which is very simple, just putting in their basic details, clicking Save and Close. What I've done is taken the liberty of creating a demo client, Matthew McBride. So we've just jumped into his profile. In the top corner here, in the I button, Matthew and his wife Larissa were within their standard CRM. Contact details, children and dependents, the ability to do live ID checking via our software, creating entities. There's a number of entities that are associated with Matthew McBride. You can put in review and consent details, estate planning, and even do risk profiles, which can then be applied to the different entities associated with the client. Now we've got options along here, and we've also got an add button option. This is where you can create a client entity to add to Matthew McBride's group. Similarly, you can also do an application for one of our integrated partners. So we've got NAB, our iUniverse Cash Hub, Trade for Good, the stockbroker, and Acclaim Wealth. So in this case, Matthew wants to apply for an Acclaim Wealth Super Wrap product. You can click Proceed and New Application. And the CRM has done the hard job and filled in quite a number of the major parts of the application. So all the advisor has to do is go through this section with the client, make sure all the details are correct, note if they're going to be applying for a share account, which is with Trade for Good, the stockbroker, and then they can digitally send this to the advisor, the client, who can log in via their login and digitally approve, or they can download a PDF version and have the client wet sign it and upload it and submit it here through head office to Acclaim Wealth. Once the account number is created for the client, that's mapped on the back end by us at head office. And in this case, we've mapped an account for Matthew McBride. So Matthew in this case has a cash account. In the case of Acclaim, it would be a DDH Graham cash account. We've used our Cash Hub here as just an example for this demo. He's also got some stocks in his super and some managed funds. So the client and the advisor have the ability to dig in to the different assets held, view the transactions, view the dividends. They can even transact on this particular holding, buy more, sell more, go through and click transact. If they're wanting to purchase a new stock that isn't held, they simply click the plus button, select the mapped broker and the relevant account number, and if they wanted to buy an ETF like AAA, they can come in, and it pulls up all the details. They'll click the buy side and the type of order. This is pulling through the cash account and they click submit. Similarly with the managed funds available through Acclaim Wealth, you can click on the add button here. The operator is Acclaim, and this is the account number for Acclaim. And you can go through and select, for instance, if you want to buy Schroders, you can buy it and put in an amount like $3,000 and click submit. So this is the financial position, as we call it, that allows the user on behalf of the client to view their entities. So at the moment I've just got Matthew McBride displayed, but if I wanted to display the joint account and his company, and possibly even if he had an SMSF, you can add those, and then all of them follow a similar sort of structure where they've got tabs containing the underlyings. They've also got the income and expenditure related to the entity, and we proceed behind the scenes. There is the finance and accounting side of things. So what I'm going to do is just jump to a different client. We've got someone with a self-managed super fund who we're doing accounting for. You can go into finance, select the entity, go into accounting, and for instance select the year. This is where the members' opening balances are pulling through. You've got transactions coming through on the SMSF, for instance cash from Macquarie cash account, dividends, stocks, transactions, they're all automatically coded. You've got your chart of accounts and financial statements. For instance, the financial position of the fund is dynamically generated. You've got your operating statements and notes to accounts, investment reports for the last financial year, and even tax return. What I'll do is close off this demo with our advice area. So I'm back in Matthew McBride, the individual, and what we're looking at is his advice. So what we've got is the advice, we've got compliance, where the advisor can do the safe harbor checklist questions, code of ethics, perform a client file checklist. We've got resources, goals and strategies, and even the ability to produce FDSs. So in this case, Matthew has a Acclaim Wealth, and his fees produced by our revenue run software run through for the advisor. Here's the most recent fee. There's only been one. The software will pull all of them between the relevant date range and automatically generate an FDS all ready to go. So that's revenue and FDS. And under advice, it's really simple to produce an SOA. You merely select the entities that the SOA is to do with. You go in and you put in the reasons for seeking advice. You select the relevant scope of advice. You can put in a client's goals and strategies. Your portfolio covers the risk profiles of the entities selected. You've also got the financial positions of the different entities, which will be used in the advice. The insurances, the ability to do a generic client data document. We've got the ability to perform insurance needs analysis with quoting software from OmniLife. We've got the ability to do modelling and even product comparison, where if based on an amount, It provides over a number of different platforms. Which one's the cheapest? The list we have is quite extensive. Includes industry funds and retail, master trusts and wrap platforms. All of this can be used in your recommended product, where you can do insurance and platform and investment option recommendations. And goes right through to revenue, and then dynamically generate an SOA. Now, I'd like to thank you for the ability to show you a brief overview of the software. If you have any questions or would like a more in-depth demo, don't hesitate to give me a call or email. Thank you.